look, we got a big dog pull up to. I'm not gonna go bother him or nothing like that, but we had a big dog pull up to the jump off. Look, you see him over there doing all the conversations. Got a big dog out here. Let's get it. All right, so I want to say something, and I want to be clear about this because this is basically what we were alluding to yesterday, and that was the testimony of Jane Doe has been extremely inconsistent. And it's been so inconsistent, before I even tell you about what happened, it's been so inconsistent that it actually had to be addressed today by the attorneys. The attorneys addressed the inconsistencies in a myriad of different ways, including framing questions in order to try to remove some of the doubt that could have been in previous statements that she made into the prosecution and to defense, just so we can be clear. But a couple of things happened today that just cannot be ignored. And one of the main things that I think is people are gonna remember today, mind you, she said this the other day also. But one of the main things I think that people are gonna remember from today is that she was asked, whether she should leave Diddy or break the relationship off or go her own way or whatnot. And her response was basically she didn't think that she received enough money yet. So this lends to the idea that a lot of people have had about her complicity in the acts that were taking place at, these Diddy hotel rooms. Because with all honesty, she stood on the stand. With all honesty, she stood on the stand and she let it be known. She has not yet received the monies that she thinks she's worth. Now, when I report on things like this is not me hating women. I just want to repeat that. This is not me hating women when I report on stuff like this. This is literally me just telling you what happened in the courtroom. You could decide however you want to what this does for you. So let me break out my book real quick. Let's go over some notes, some points, because I want to be clear about this. During the cross-examination, the defense speaking to her, the defense pointed out a myriad of different texts that involved her basically speaking about how she was happy with the situation that her and Diddy had. Speaking about not only that she was happy with the situation that her and Diddy had, but also pointed out a lot of consistencies with her not complaining. So what does the redirect do? The redirect is basically after the prosecution talks, that's the direct. Then the cross-examination is when the defense talks, right? Whoever calls the witness is the direct. Whoever does the cross-examination is the people that didn't call the witness. But the thing about this is, after they speak to the witness, the people that called the witness that had the direct, they get the redirect and talk to the witness again about what the witness just spoke about with the cross-examination. So in this particular instance, it gets cold. The first thing, and I want to mention this first, because I think that this is just very important and one of the biggest things that happened today. One of the first things I'm going to say is, the defense goes over, the prosecution in the redirect goes over all of the instances, and there were many of them, where Jane Doe, who I don't know why we're pretending like we don't know who she is, her baby father already outed her, but Jane Doe was asking or telling Diddy that she did not want to be involved in these freak-offs anymore. There were a lot of texts that linked to that. The problem with this is that she also has the text that's saying that she loved the freak-offs. She also has the text where she's texting, hellos, how you doing? Chilling. Oh, really? They like it? Oh, No, I wasn't arguing. They were arguing with me. And so we. Later. It is what it is, man. For everybody that don't know, y'all probably seen a video of people just, some random people trying to argue with me and then getting mad because I didn't want to argue back. Anyway, that's enough of that. With that being said, what are you going to do, fam? With that being said, give me a second. Hey, what's up, Sean? Can I get a minute?
Oh, sure.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
One second, Jack.
I'm gonna ask Mr. Satoro what he thinks about the what's happened today. See if he has a differing point of view than I have. I would love to know if he had a different point of view than I have. I enjoy actually speaking to people who see things in a different way than I see it. I just don't enjoy the people that are just arguing with you to argue, because none of that shit makes any sense. But oh no, I was live. I wanted to know actually about what you think about what happened in court today.
Oh, I gotta check with my boss.
Cop. That's why I initially told him forget it, because I saw he was talking to the young lady. She cute. He married. Anyway, anybody think I'm assuming? So that being said, and I want to be clear about this, they had multiple different texts where she's saying she's against it and she doesn't want to do it anymore. And there's also multiple different texts where her saying she wants to do it, more of this. And this is what I'm going to allude that to. I'm going to say that this is when people got a drug problem. And I think that this is what this is more than anything else. When a person has a drug problem and when a person is hooked on, and being a drug user and a drug problem are two different things. I just want to state that. There's people right now that are college professors and on heroin. There's this one dude that he's like, I think he's in Boston College, and he teaches, he's on heroin, and everybody knows it. So I just want to point out, there's a difference between being a drug user and being addicted. When you're addicted in the manner that a lot of people get addicted, where they have psychosis, they'll drift from one end of the spectrum to the other end of the spectrum, and it'll be like this, and it'll be very quickly. It won't be a gradual process. It'll be a one moment everything is cool, and then the next moment is fireworks. So with that being said, I'm gonna put a lot of her inconsistent texting on the fact that she had a drug problem. I don't think that that's up for debate. I don't think any of us is standing around like she did not. She did. I'm not excusing her behavior, and I'm also not excusing Diddy's behavior, because they were both drug addicts. But when you have people who are addicted to drugs, go read their texts. I promise you. 1 minute they're gonna be saying one thing, and the next minute they're gonna be saying another, and they're gonna be talking about the same damn thing. I promise you. Now, with that being said, another point that I think needs to be spoke on is the prosecution, after she came onto the stand and she said some things that hurt their case. She's been saying things that's been hurting their case the whole entire time. What they decided to do was show her a text that they previously never showed to Jane Doe. That text was, there was a night that she did not want to have a freak off. Diddy allegedly wanted. What's up, my brother? How you doing? All right. Diddy wanted there to be a freak off. She said she didn't want to. Diddy then contacted one of the entertainers to then contact her so he could convince her to do the freak off. I think that this is a good sign that she was being manipulated to do a lot of these things in which she did. So this woman does deserve a level of sympathy, even though she also said that she believes that she's worth more than a couple $100,000. That means that you're putting a price on the things that you've done. You're putting a price on the things that you're doing. That's what that means. So I don't know how I feel about that. As we all know, I'm about protecting women. But I think that the first level of protection is direction. The first level of protecting somebody is giving them the information for them to be able to do the thing that's going to stop them from going into the pit in the first place. That's the first level of protection, direction. So I believe that when you have an individual who doesn't necessarily have people around them that are giving them good intel, that are giving them good direction, that situations like this happen, and it's always sad. Hello. Chill. Situations like this is always sad. So it's always protect women. Don't get this confused. But the first level of protection is direction. So if we can't talk to you and we can't say this is bad and you heed it, there is no way that a man or anyone else, even if it's another woman, can protect you. You can't protect a man. If you try to give them instruction and they go against the instruction and something bad happens, you can't protect them. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm saying all of that to say, I believe that she was in a situation where there was multiple people that were around her that was pushing her in the direction that she might have not wanted to be in. And this is another form of manipulation when people are praising you for doing things that you probably shouldn't do, but they benefit from. So one of the things that she said would happen after these freak-off nights were Diddy would love bomb her. That's giving her more reason to want to do these freak-off nights, because what's happening is she's riding that adrenaline rush that Diddy is giving her from love bombing her. She's riding that adrenaline rush. So this is another form of manipulation that was used. But at the end of the day, and I just want to be clear about this, I'm trying to be as fair as possible with this. She admitted lying on the stand. So I don't know how much anybody can protect her. I don't know how much anybody should be trying to protect her. She admitted to lying on the stand. She admitted that she gave testimony that she doesn't believe. And she admitted this on the stand. She admitted this. So I don't know how we're supposed to accept that. Here goes Tisha Tales. Absolutely, hello. Absolutely being fine as usual. Absolutely being fine as usual. I think I'm gonna try to do another live because right now there's a lot to go over. I personally want to go over my notes myself, all of my notes from not just today, but I want to go. I haven't had an opportunity to go over my notes thoroughly enough. I need to go over these notes really thorough because at the end of the day, homegirl admitted to lying on the stand. So now I need to go through her whole entire testimony so I could be able to line up exactly for y'all what she could have been lying about or what she could have been misleading about. And so this is going to be a little bit longer of a study session for me, and I'm going to try to have all of this back for y'all by tomorrow. Court is tomorrow. I won't be at court. I have something else to do, but I'm going to try to give y'all at least one live stream for at least an hour or two, but we're talking about everything that happened from what could be the misinformation in which she gave and everything for the last 3 days. I'm going to try to make sure that we have that for you tomorrow. That being said, I love y'all. Please go out there, do something worth doing, stamp God's name on it. As always, God is good. We out.